Look at it.
Cheers in Irish is always Shaughnessy,
Okay.
which is pronounced a bit like Sean C.
Okay.
Sláinte is what it helps pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce. And it means health.
Yeah.
If you're feeling brave, you can say. Oh, I love the question. I'm sorry. How do you say cheers in Ireland? Well, you got off easy that time.
Let me think. What is?
I don't know what I'm reading. I was always nervous about pronouncing it.
It's been a long 4 hours before David.
No, it's not so much that. It's I was nervous about pronouncing, and I messed it all up.
Sorry.
All right.
I still forgive you and love you. Let's talk about my new rack.
Now what we're going to do is bring in a Henning Lee product. I know that for sure.
Yes.
And this is our stainless steel and silicone expandable trivet.
All stainless steel, all silicone. This is the most versatile thing you could. We called it a trivet. I believe that that is an injustice because yeah, it's a trivet, but it does so much more. The idea that it expands and by the way, rolls away with a tab to lock so it stays into place like that, okay? So there's the lock, the little tab, all silicone. This is oven safe, folks. So what does that mean? Go right over here and show you that this now becomes a meat rack for any of your roasting pans. And because it expands, you can actually decide how to fit it in whatever size pan.
It's also elevated a bit,
It's
yes?
elevated, so you have the rack coming up so nothing sits in it. So this goes in the oven and cooks, right? Go right behind this, and if you want a dish rack that over the sink or to the side of the sink for draining, it does that. If that wasn't worth the price of admission, move over to the sink, and when you're washing things, it fits and conforms. Remember, I was able to expand this to the size of the sink. So whether you are draining on here, cleaning vegetables, prepping, or, watch this, I'm gonna take these off. I gotta tell you, this product I just love. And you wanna protect the bottom of your sink, you can do this, and look, it's still expanding, so let me expand it all the way. But let's say I don't wanna do one, I just wanna do one side, no worries. How about you do it smaller and do this? It conforms to whatever you need. So now you've got a rack for the bottom of your sink, you've got a rack for the top of your sink for whatever you need to do. It's heat safe. If that wasn't worth the price of admission, it's a cooling rack. It's a trivet. So there's my trivet of my caramel, and now I'm going to dress my foods as
And
the
if you
rack.
want to use that caramel as glue, put a little kosher salt on top.
Ooh, I love that idea.
Salted caramel.
So think about
chocolate
your
chip
cakes,
cookies.
your pies. You can do glazes on here because it's raised in any pan. It catches the drips, and you've just glazed everything
You
separately.
could also put this on top of your countertop oven and use
Correct.
it like a trivet.
Correct. It's
Which is lovely.
it's literally endless. It's just this most universal thing that I've ever seen, and I think it's brilliant. It's all stainless.
Now, they're dishwasher safe and
Yep.
they're heat safe up to 572 degrees.
Yes.
I know, oddly specific.
So oven space.
Yeah, this is available in color choices. We have it in red, 1700, the blue, 1500, black, 1200, the gray, 700, and finally the sage, 1300. Clearance price of only $15.99. There is no reorder on this item. So it's important for you to go ahead and grab this, put it in the dishwasher when it needs to be cleaned up, but look how it stores away.
Look how it stores away, guys. And by the way, you're not going to store it away because even if you just put it at the bottom of your sink like I do and have it where you can pull it up out of the sink and create that rack, so whether you are washing things, draining right over the sink, you know, the drain, like you've just washed everything and it's sitting, how great is that? And then it goes away. It just, to me, it's a no-brainer. My sister-in-law has a enamel sink just like this, and my brother-in-law keeps dropping pots in the bottom of it and scratching it. She goes, what do I do? I actually got her one of these, and she goes, you saved the bottom of my sink from all the washing and hitting it. And then I was like, do you know you can put your turkey and your chicken on top of it and use it as an oven rack too? She's like, what? So I was like, yeah, and it's a trivet. Oh, and you can, you know, dress your baking goods with it as well.
Now, 5 pay goes away end of day today. It's also important to know that this is clearance price and first time ever presented at that low clearance price. All right, Mark Charles.
By the way, since I didn't get the trivia question, I'm going to give you a trivia. I'm not Irish. I'm married into an Irish family. So my brother-in-law is pure Irish, born and raised in Ireland.
All right.
I cook an Irish dinner every year and give him corned beef and cabbage. My Irish brother-in-law, true and true, says to me, we don't eat corned beef and cabbage in Ireland. It's an American-made tradition. They do shepherd's pie and stews.
And do they do it with lamb?
Yes.
Yes.
So he says to me, it was a big funny thing I made in this Irish dinner. He goes, yeah, we don't eat this in Ireland because that's an American thing.
Well, then enjoy it here. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
That's good to
everybody.
know.
Happy
All
St.
right.
Patrick's Day.
Hey, let's bring you one final product of the show. Hey, Tina.